Eliza saying to me, mutah is halal.
Hello.
Yes, Eliza, how are you? Hello? Are you there? What happened? She sent me a message saying mutah is halal. Oh, she cannot hear me. She sent me a message saying mutah is halal. Eliza, she is a Muslim lady. She practices mutah. Good for you. You will never spend the night in bed alone. And you will make money. A lot of money. Just be sure you get closer to the pharmacy. You hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I hear you, yes. Go ahead.
You said you're making fun of mutah when we're allowed to do it.
So do you do mutah yourself?
Yes.
How much you get paid for it?
Why do you care what I do?
What?
Why do you care what I do?
I didn't understand. What is that?
Why do you care so much?
Anyone tell me what she's saying?
What problem is it to you if I'm doing
Your problem.
mutah?
This is your problem. No, I'm not. This is not, we're not talking about problems. I'm just trying to help other Muslim girls if they like to do the same business like you. Why you don't like to help people to make money? So is it a good
We're allowed to do it.
You're allowed to do it, exactly, but like, there's a price, you know. Do you have a price? Do you change the price? Well, how you price your business?
But what is your problem with it?
I'm not problem. Maybe we can get you some customer. What's wrong with you?
Then what's the point of bringing it?
Well, you are the one who practice it, and you are the one who texts me to talk about it. And now the second we talk about it, you don't want to talk about it. What's wrong?
So why do you try and say it's wrong if we're allowed to do it?
It's for you, obviously it's not wrong. Allah allowed you to do it. But why Allah allowed you to do it? What do you think?
But why do you say it's wrong if we're allowed to do it?
I mean, you are allowed as a Muslim. For me, as a Christian, this is very bad. Because that makes you a prostitute.
But
you are getting paid.
It's my body.
You are getting paid for sex, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, but it's not hurting anyone.
Okay, but is that what religion, what? I mean, so your religion allows you as a Muslim to rent your body, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like it?
Yes.
How much you like it?
I can do it for free for you.
Oh, for me, I'm special, right?
Yes.
Is that going to be expired soon, or this is like open offer?
You have 21 days.
Why 21 days?
I don't know.
Is that Islamic or?
Yes.
This is Islamic, 21 days. Oh, okay. Can I bring friends?
We can do threesome.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Yeah, well, the Prophet, he used to have 13 some. Right?
Sometimes he did more.
He did more, yeah. You were there?
With his slave girls.
Yeah, with the slave girls, yeah, okay. This is why you like it, don't you?
But they let him do it because they wanted to do it.
Oh, he was trying to help them.
There's nothing wrong with this.
Did I say anything? There's all your family.
Yeah, because you keep saying there's something wrong with it to everyone.
Okay, I want you to tell me why it's not wrong. Go ahead.
Because it's not hurting anyone.
But you can spread diseases.
Not if we're using protections.
Did your prophet use protection?
Coitus interruptus.
Who?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Well, actually, there's a protection. According to Muhammad, if you don't say the name of Allah, there's a prayer. If you don't say it, Shaitan, he round himself around the private part of the male. Correct?
That's from a hadith.
Okay. So just don't make the prayer, and then he will have a Shaitan around his private part, and he will be protected. Don't you believe what your prophet says?
But why do you keep telling everyone like it's wrong and stuff?
Yeah, because I believe I believe prostitution is wrong. For women, she's being abused. Number one, this is abuse for the women. This is used for the women.
We don't believe the same thing as you.
Okay, you don't believe. I understand. So, how old are you, Eliza, now?
I'm 12.
You are 12. 12th century.
I'm not gonna tell you how old.
Come on, how old are you? Are you like 35, 40? How old are you?
I'm 92.
92. Okay. Well, I'm happy for you, 92 lady. I see you're trying to open your camera for me, but thank God it's not opening. So thank you for calling. Oh boy. This is the book of Al-Mughni, Abdullah ibn Qudama, volume number 3, page number 216. And this is a translation to English. It says here, before to go in Arabic, in English, that the one who do have sex with an animal during the Hajj, his Hajj will be valid. His Hajj will be valid. And this is all over Islamic books. And those are Muslim Sunni. Here it says, and by that, Ash-Shafi'i, this is one of the Muslim Sunni sect, they are 4 sects. وأبو ثور يتخرج في وطء البهيمة أن الحج لا يفسد به وهو قول مالك وأبي حنيفة. So now we have 3 Islamic Sunni sect agree that you can have sex with a donkey and still you can do Hajj. That's your translation. It says here, Abbas should give Camel Sheen and she Camel because she is one of the together. Translation is coming really horrible. So he's speaking about sleeping with animals, having sex with animals. That will not spoil the Hajj. This is not important for us. And this is the opinion of the Hanafi and the Maliki. And who else? Let's go back to Arabic. Shafi'i and Hanafi and Maliki. And this is all over Islamic books. Fatwa number 214033. What is the requirement if somebody have sex with a man, or he have sex with an animal, or he killed a lice? Please. And here they are giving you all the opinion. I mean, look at the question, guys. What is required if a muhram is doing Hajj? If he do sodomy, and he did animals, and he killed fleas. Look what this guy is worried about. What? He do sodomy, he do animals, And he is worried about killing fleas. Does sodomy with animals and killing fleas invalidate the Hajj? And here, praise be to Allah, blah, 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 blah. And now there is different opinion. There's different between intercourse from the front or in the back of a human being or an animal. Shafi'i said, brother, if you have intercourse, brother, with an animal, the Hajj is not spoiled, brother. Your Hajj is valid, brother. Good news. Aren't you happy? Let me send you the link. And this Muslim is excited. You liar. You said we do facility in Islam. You're a liar. The Prophet says the one who do that, kill him. Let us shorten the link. Shorten. I'm sure that this guy now is excited. Now he can, his Hajj is valid. What do you want more? If your Hajj is valid, everything is valid. And look how he connects things. Killing fleas, doing sodomy with men, and having boom boom with animals. And this is the link. I shorten it. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Yes, my friend, why you are keeping calling me? You are a Christian, right?
I am a Christian. I'm so sorry for disturbing the live. I just have a quick question for you, CP.
Okay. But you know, when we say Christian can call, Christian can call. Otherwise, you should not be calling.
I'm so sorry, CP.
We'll make an exception. Go ahead.
Yes, CP. I've been watching your videos. Before watching your videos, I have no idea about Islam. I've always heard that it's a religion of peace, this and this and this and this, but I know it's not true. I have a very close friend that is a Muslim. She's a Muslim. And after watching your videos, I've asked her some basic questions about Islam, like for example, what is the reward for a female that is a Muslim if she goes, like if she dies? What is her reward? Because I know the men, they're promised 70 virgins. From your videos, I know that those are the lowest Muslims that get 70 wives. If you're a good Muslim, you could get 100, 200, 300, you know. So, like, what is the benefit of a woman if she's a Muslim and she dies? Like, what is her reward? So, I've asked my friend this basic question. She does not know. I've asked her a basic question: why do you pray 5 times per day? She doesn't know. Like, what I've gathered from questioning her, basically, she's a Muslim by culture. Like, she doesn't know anything about Islam.
Yeah.
So, if I want to bring somebody out of Islam, how do you bring them out of Islam if they don't know anything about Islam?
Well, the first thing you should do, you see, everyone he see the world in a different way. Like if me and you, we go to a place and we sit together, let's say we have a lake in front of us, and they ask you a question, what do you like about the view in front of you? You might give an answer different from my answer. Why? Because each one of us as a human, we have different interests. So
Yes.
when a person he speaks to you, everyone should be different. So you try first to ask what Islam for you. Try to have a conversation saying, what make you believe in Islam? And based on what she's saying or what he say, you can go from there, you know, because they will start with the most interesting points in their belief, and they will mention them to you. And then you go from there. So if she mentioned, oh, there's people prove science, then you show her the errors in the Quran. If she mentioned that Islam is about holy, being modest, you show her that Muhammad was not modest and he was not holy. So depend in the person how he introduced to you his religion, then you go from there.
Because just one last point, then I'll free up the live so you can continue with the topic. Because I've even tried to just question, like, for example, Muhammad married Aisha. She was 6 years old. So I just gave an example to my friend, like, she has little siblings. They're about 10 years old, and I asked her a simple question, like, are you willing to marry off your sibling? She's only 10 years old. And immediately she cut it from my mouth. She's like, no, they're too young, they're children. And then I'm like, but don't you think they're ready to get married? And she gets angry. She's like, you're really hurting my feelings by saying these things. Like, so I just stopped. So it's like, if in her mind she knows that children are not supposed to get married, so later on when I come back and show her that the prophet married a 6-year-old, then that's going to cause some issues in her head. Like, like, it's gonna what do they call it, cognitive dissonance? It's where something is wrong but you fight against it in your own head.
Yeah. Well, some Muslim, they will try to justify that, and they will say at that time things is different, and in the desert girls, they grow so fast, and all the garbage. So when you speak to a person, as I said, every person is different. Like this woman, obviously she hate to see somebody sleeping with a child, right? So that hurt her, obviously she don't like it. Obviously it's ugly for her. That's a good sign. But still, that will not be enough reason for her to refuse him, because they will say to her, well, he was ordered to do that by God. And Aisha, she wasn't like 6 years like now. At that time, they look like 18, So they will give, they try always to duct tape all the sinful act of Muhammad. As I said, the best way is let the person introduce himself to you, what he like about Islam, and then you go from there. And if you want, simple. You can ask your friend to call me. She's welcome.
Thank you so much, Christian Prince.
You're welcome.
Could you, if you have the chance, can you give me the website that you use to pull up the hadith and different things? I know the Wow Quran, I have that on my phone. I use that a lot.
The other one, the hadith, I use sunnah.com. Sunnah.com.
Oh, okay, I have that one then. So, man, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much, brother. I really love your content. Keep it up. God bless you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And by the way, I think you are an African, correct? Are you
You're
African?
very correct.
Okay. And if you are speaking to African, then you should show them how racist he is.
My friend, she knows. She said that she told me that even like in Saudi Arabia, like the Arabs always tell the Africans that they know nothing about Arabic. They don't even know how to speak Arabic. They don't know, like, she knows there's a lot of racism. So that's what I'm saying. Like the cognitive dissonance is in your head. You know that these people, the Muslims, they're racist against Africans. You're an African, but yet you're claiming to be a Muslim.
You see, I'm not talking about Muslim now. I'm talking about Islam. Islam is a racist religion, because when you go to heaven, Allah will make only white people enter. If you are black, Allah will make you white in order to enter. Okay? So, and Muhammad, he said actually, and this is an authentic hadith, that when Allah, he created Adam, he hit him in the right shoulder, and from there, the white race, they emitted like white ants. And he hit Adam in the left shoulders. And from there, the black people come like circle. And then he says to the one from the right shoulder, he said to them, you go to heaven and I don't care, which means the white people go to heaven. And he said to the black people, you go to hell and I don't care. So if a person is black, he accepts such a religion, then he has mental illness then. And not only that, even the Quran says, and the admin will post for you the hadith I just mentioned. You can copy it and you can show it. Even the Quran says that the day Allah will make faces black and the day Allah will make faces white. So what will happen? If you go to chapter 27, 27, verse number 82. There is a beast. It's called a jassasa, and that beast is going to come from the ground, and that beast is going to have the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon. It's going to make you black by the staff of Moses. It's going to make you white by the ring of Solomon.
Okay.
Can you believe it? And not only that,
I can believe
you
that.
continue. You know, you can go to Ibn Kathir, by the way. You can go chapter 27, verse number 82, the Ibn Kathir English translation, if Muslims don't believe. And not only that, the black stone was white like milk, correct? And then the sin of mankind made it black. So what you understand from that? Sin
is black.
Make you black, correct? So the black stone, because at that time there's no sin, was white like milk. But then the sin of mankind made it black. So how in the world anyone he's a black? I mean, black people are the last one to follow such a garbage. But the problem is, you know, they don't know. Nobody told them. They told them Muhammad is against slavery. Muhammad, he owned slaves. Muhammad, he died.
Even today.
Muhammad, he died, and Bilal still is a slave. Did he free Bilal? He did not. Bilal, he said to Abu Bakr, if you bought me for the sake of Allah, then free me for the sake of Allah. If you bought me for the sake of yourself, then keep me for yourself. Hypocrite. And they promised Bilal to go to heaven. At least free him now. You know? So imagine, you have a slave, and you said to him, don't worry, you can stay my slave, you will go to heaven, okay?
Madness.
He have a slave, he sleep with them, he rape them, he have a slave men, he beat them, and then they say to you that Islam is against slavery. No? All right, my friend. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And feel free to invite your friends to call me if they like to.
Yes, I will tell her.
All right. God bless. Take care.
Thank you, CP.
Take care.
God bless.
You know, I believe that African, they have a special duty today. You see, there is a time where the disciple of Jesus, they went to Africa, right? And they brought the gospel to the African. And then the Muslim, they say to you, do you know what the white man did to the black man? They will not tell you that the white man, my friend, is not the one who slaved those black people in Africa. It was the Arab in North Africa, in Morocco, in Tunisia, in Libya, in Mauritania. The biggest market of slavery in the world was in Morocco. They are the one who capture the poor human in Africa, and they sell them out to the white criminal who want to abuse the black one. What does this have to do with Christianity? So they mention the white man who bought the slave, but they don't mention to you who is the one who captured them and who is the one who owned them first. So I believe that the black people today, they have different mission. They can be a better missionary for Christ, to prove that Christ is for everybody. The Bible says there's no Greek, there's no Hebrew, there's no free, there's no slave. For all is one in Jesus' name. Amen to that. So my brother here from Africa, if he is doing better work for Christ, he is way better than me. If I'm doing better work for Christ, I'm better than him. But it's not his color, neither my color, who make me better or worse. And this is the Quran in front of us, chapter 27, verse number 82. And this is Ibn Kathir copying his prophet, that this beast will come from the ground and is going to have the staff of Moses. No believer left without making a white spot in his face, which will spread until his face shining white as a result. And there will be no disbeliever left without making a black spot in his face, which will spread until his face is black as a result. It's in front of you. And then they lie to us and they say Islam is against slavery. I mean, imagine the guy who owned a slave, They made him, he is a person against slavery. And actually Muhammad, in order to increase the slavery market, he said to them, free a slave if you commit sin. So what they would do? But he didn't forbid you to own a slave. You free one, you go and buy the second one. You know, like a guy who sell, let us say, sardine, you know, it's all fish. He says to you, if you want to be forgiven, give fish to somebody. So now what people would do, need to buy more fish. If you say burn a candle, now people need to burn more candles. So now what he do? He said to them, oh, you know, you can free a slave, but come and buy them from me. I will go and capture more, just wait. And then when Muhammad, there's many stories about people who free their slaves. Muhammad, he made them a slave again after they've been freed. But there is a story I'm trying to remember the story here. Obviously, I'm getting tired. What was the story? I'm trying, you know, like some people, they ask me how you remember the hadith. I don't really remember them. I remember, like, let us say, 30% word by word, let us say, not the whole thing. And then I search for word by word as I remember it, you know, and then I find it. Otherwise, to remember like numbers and etc., it's impossible. And that's why when they say to you, Al-Bukhari, he remember all of those, it's a joke. There's no way. There's no way anyone, human being, can remember everything word by word. Is it really true that Muhammad said water cannot be impure? Yes. You know, he jumped. This is if you want to prove that Muhammad is mentally ill. You know, there is a dry like a garbage well. Nobody use it. It's like for garbage, or you know, bad water, sewage water, garbage. So Muhammad, he go there and he jump inside that water. And people, they notice he's doing this. So they say to him, how you do that? This is a well, have dead dogs, women blood from, you know, menstruation, and garbage, stinky stuff. Even the Muslim translation says it's stinky stuff. So how you jump there? He said, well, the water is always pure, and nothing make it impure. It's in front of you. And those hadith are authentic. And the well of the water is measured here. As you see the person here, Abu Dawood, he says, I measured the breadth of the well of Bid'ah with my sheet, which I stretch over it. Then I measure it with the hands. It measures 6 cubits in breadth. And how the height is, it was lower than his pubic area. So it's like a jacuzzi. So imagine jacuzzi, have dead dogs, women blood from period, and even the water color change. Even the water is bad. Look, even the hadith says that here. But anyway, any water, you know, is not moving water, is a garbage water. You put for it dead dogs, not one dog, dead dogs. And women are blooded from period, and their rags. So imagine if you have one rag only, just one. How the water will look like? If you throw right now one, I don't know what women they use these days, but the old days they used to use rags, right? If one woman, she take what she used for her menstruation and she dump it in a jacuzzi, what is the color of the jacuzzi will be? And how in the word Muhammad he says water is pure? Obviously, this man is suffering from mental illness. Anyway, I think we have a good time today. And thanks for the Muslims who call us. We have a very good time with you. We learned a lot from you. That depend, maybe. What the answer was? Maybe. Depend.